What's up, Yugi tubers? Today I'll be showing off my Dark Magician deck. Dark Magician Prisma deck. We'll start off. Blacklist your soldier on from the beginning. He's the main chaos monster of the deck. Use a lot of light and dark, so pretty obvious why I use him. Dark Armed Dragon. Send a lot of dark monsters to the graveyard, and we can control what's in the graveyard most of the time, so he's a good boss monster. 3 Dark Magician. The main card of the deck, Dark Magician Girl. Since we mill Dark Magicians into the graveyard a lot, we can power her up, and she's another magical dimension target. 2 skilled Dark Magicians. 3 was just too much right now, since I barely ever use his effects, so he's just in here because he's a beat stick. 2 Breaker the Magical Warrior. He's another good beat stick. If I want to remove a counter, I can destroy a spell and trap card. Helps me clean up the field a bit for a successful setup. Haiku to Ghost Destroyer, I only use 1. But I use it this first to banish stuff like Grapha from the opponent's graveyard. Graveyard problematic monsters. 2 Summoner Monk. Searches out some of my any of my level 4s and allows me to bring up my rank 4s. Oh yeah, and sometimes stuff like Magical Dimension, Thousand Eyes, and Dark Magic Tech will be dead a lot, so if I don't need them, I can discard them and then set up my plays from there. Elemental Hero Stratos, to search out my 3 Elemental Hero Prismas. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind, Knight's End Sorcerer. 2 Effect Veilers, staple. 2 Pot of Duality, to make the deck have more consistency. 2 Magical Dimensions, to bring out my big high level dark spellcasters, like Dark Magician Girl. Thousand Knives. It's a pretty nice card because I bring out Dark Magician so easily out with this deck, so it's really not that done that too often. Same with Dark Magic Attack, it's my own Harpy's Feather Duster. Now for some basic staples: Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, Mind Control. Now the reason why I only use 1 Mystical Space Typhoon is because I use enough spell and trap removal. I don't need to have more. Reinforcing the army to search out Stratos or one of the Prismas. Allure of Darkness for more draw power. Some Warning, because it's a staple. Call the Haunted, because we'll be sending a lot of stuff to the graveyard. Now let's go on to the extra. Dark Paladin. You need him to mill Dark Magician from the deck with Prisma's effect. Chimera Tech Over Dragon, because I use Cyber Dragons in the deck to counter stuff like Karakuris. Number 39, Utopia. 2 of them. He's a great beat stick. And then I use Steel Storm Roach. Hour of Justice Cataster. Teacher Hyper Librarian. Brionic. Orient Dragon. Black Rose Dragon. Arcanite Magician. Stardust. Black Scrap Dragon. Mistworm. Now I have Justice Decisive Armor. Now for the side deck. Effect Veiler. I guess if I really need to negate the opponent's effects, I'll sign in another one. Thunder King Raiho. The stock decks that search a lot. I only have 1 at this moment, but when I get another, I'll add it in as well. 2 King Tiger Wanku for wind-up decks and stuff like Torgon from the Underworld. 2 Cyber Dragon, because I have a Chimera Tech my extra deck. Leeching the Light for Agent decks and Lightsworn decks, I guess, even though Lightsworn's not really used. successfully. Two Mystical Space Typhoons. Stop those deadly continuous spell cards, I guess. Two Mind Crushes. To, if my opponent decides to search a lot, I can discard it, so it's not that dead if I happen to do that. Two Royal Decree, for decks that use a lot of trap cards. And two Goza Match, because this deck is weak against decks that swarm a lot, so I use two Goza Match is to stop decks like 6 hands. Well, this is my deck. It works pretty well. I don't have anything like Max C's, but if I do, I might be able to implement them into this deck. Deck works pretty well for the kind of deck it is. And this is my March 2012 Dark Magician Prisma deck. And subscribe. Thank you.